Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to say something real quick. I saw a story that just came across my YouTube feed, and I had to address it. The gentleman on this screen is 60-year-old Lawrence Boyle. This man is locked up for killing this woman right here, 30-year-old Sierra Jamison. If you look at her, you look at him, would you believe that they were in a relationship? Now, a lot of older men like younger women, but he is twice her age. I don't know what the motive was behind that, but she's dead and he killed her. In this video, I want to talk about some things that are happening where a lot of women are getting targeted right now by older men. And when things don't go their way, they take you out of here. This man right here strangled this woman in her garage with his bare hands. If that's not hate, I don't know what it is. I don't know the definition of the word. I'm going to play this video. You'll see a lot of dynamics that I talk about. Violent history, unstableness, fragile egos, and downright weak men. Now, this goes both ways. For two people to get together, they have to have something in common, goal-wise, intended for each other. Maybe we can figure it out, maybe we won't. But this young lady is gone. Somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, definitely, and probably somebody's mother. We don't know. And it didn't have to be that way. Take a look at this news story. We'll come back and talk about it.
New details now about the murder of a Chicago mother. Prosecutors say she was killed by someone she knew well. The accused killer was in court today, so was our Suzanne Lemignot, and she's learning more about his violent past.
Prosecutors say that the victim, Sierra Jamison, had known Lawrence Boyle for 10 years, and just a few weeks before she was murdered, they had started a romantic relationship. Jamison spoke with us back in August. Sierra Jamison was interviewed by the CBS 2 investigators about a story involving black women being targeted by criminals more often for certain crimes. She had been the victim of an attempted carjacking in 2022.
My thoughts are that it's like, I don't know why a lot of people want to target young women.
Prosecutors say 63-year-old Lawrence Boyle strangled 30-year-old Sierra Jamison on Monday. Jamison had gone to her garage to park her Jeep on the 7800 block of South Indiana. Prosecutors say Boyle was waiting inside. At first, the machine worker at a cup manufacturing plant said he thought Jamison had a gun. But when he realized she didn't, he continued to strangle her until she went limp. He took her cell phone, then covered her body with a green tarp. Prosecutors say Jamison's brother saw Boyle leaving the garage after she had parked her Jeep. Boyle told her brother Jamison threw her cell phone at him, then went to a store. A short time later, Jamison's mother went to the garage and found her daughter under the tarp. The assistant state's attorney told the judge he used his two hands to suffocate the life out of someone he was in a dating relationship with. Records uncovered by the CBS 2 investigators show Boyle had a previous 2011 domestic violence aggravated assault with a deadly weapon arrest and was charged in March of that year. A month later, the case was dropped. Boyle was also convicted in 1993 of child abuse in North Carolina, and 6 years later was out of prison by 1999. In court, it was also revealed Boyle served 2 years for breaking and entering in the North Carolina Department of Corrections and had a 1997 misdemeanor conviction for assault on a woman. And now he's accused of a more heinous crime in Chicago, making Jamison's words from her interview with us last month so haunting.
I guess because we women and they don't think that we're easy to target. I guess that's the situation. I guess that's the issue, because we'll probably be more vulnerable to give up and let go or whatever the case may be.
All right, guys, that's the sad story of what happened to Miss Sierra Jameson. And a few things jump out with this situation, and it's a scenario we see all too often. I said it once and I'll say it again. You cannot fix broken men. Now, I don't know if she had something that he desired besides her body, but he was broken. He had a history of violence. Some of the stuff that they said he did in his criminal past warrants him to be by himself for the rest of his life. What I forgot to mention to you guys is it was a little snippet at the end that I forgot to record. It said he admitted to his best friend and his ex-wife that he killed Sierra Jameson. A woman you was married to, you just told her, a woman after her, you killed. Think about that. What man would do that? Stupid. This man's 60 years old, she 30 years old. What on earth do they have anything to do with being together? And don't tell me love got something to do with it. It don't. They both was doing something for the other. Now, I'm not saying, you know, the deceased, Miss Jameson, was dealing with him, you know, on a physical level only or anything like that, because I'm not going to speak ill on her like that. But I mean, to deal with somebody older than your dad, most likely, or your dad's age, it got to be something more than looks. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. You see him and her holding hands down the street. Normal person be like, okay, something's off there. Either she using him for money, you know what I'm saying, or something. Because I'm going to tell you something. Commonly, when people be brought together, it's something that they find like, okay, let me say it like this. A woman will only deal with you when she finds something interesting about you. Whether you being funny or anything like that. Men look at women, men are attracted to women differently than women are attracted to men. Women are attracted to men that have resources or they're going somewhere in life. Men, we're stupid. We'll go and look at a girl, she got a bubble, she look good. She's not an unattractive girl. She's young too. A lot of times these guys that are unsettled and haven't found themselves, they still have a warped sense of reality and still think they still in the game. She's young, around his peers, he looked like the man. But see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The reality sets in when you get the clashing of the minds. You're 30 years ahead of her. Things you went through, she's yet to experience. And it's hard for you to navigate through you getting to 60 years old. And when she's going through the same thing, you getting angry at her because she ain't following your advice. So on and so forth. I'm going to tell you something. You always see older men with younger women. You never really see younger men with older women. You know what that is? And I don't mean to be disrespectful. A lot of times, women know better. Time catches up. Your body, your looks start to fade. You still might be a hell of a woman, but guys are physical. We look at that and we're like, I look crazy being with somebody that look like my grandma. You know what I mean? It's no offense, it's just a reality. Women have wisdom. Hey, I know I can't keep this dude because all it takes is somebody to be his age and have what I don't have no more. And now I'm on alert and I'm worried because it's an easy pull for me, no matter what I do with him or for him. And that's one of the things. These old cat daddy type dudes that still think they in the game, it's problems. Look at his history. You known him for 10 years. They brought that up. She knew him for 10 years. You knew him as a person in your area, vicinity of people that you're familiar with for 10 years. That's different than knowing somebody as an intimate lover. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of us know. We're around people and we've been friends with them for years. As soon as you start dating them, you start seeing the side of them because they have jealousy and you start seeing all of these intimate feelings, especially when y'all start getting physical and then you're like, damn, I don't even know who you are. This is the case. this is the case. This young lady should have been with somebody that was aspiring to be something, or already on their way, 30 years old. She could have been building a family with somebody and moving forward, having the best years of her life. And he should have known that, and he should have never messed with her. A lot of people fuck their lives up and try to get a do-over by dating somebody younger. Bro, you got a rap sheet a mile long. Child abuse in North Carolina. You got offenses out there. Now you in Chicago, and shout out Chicago, by the way. I forgot to mention this story was in Chicago. Shout out to my Chi-Town viewers. And you ain't learned nothing. If you 30 years old and you still running the street and acting stupid, if you ain't got it, you'll never get it. Man was in prison. I'm gonna tell you something about prison. Prison will break you or to make you better if you use it and pay attention to things in there and say, hey, you know, I'm not coming back. I'm proof of that. You'll never catch me behind bars again, ever. This guy right here was a loser. He was. Said he worked at a factory or something, so he probably made pretty good money. Might have been what attracted her. Hey, a lot of these young guys out here, because I mean, I attract a lot of young ladies. I don't date people younger than 7 years younger than me. That's a rule I got. I made that mistake of dating people younger than me, and it cost me almost dearly sometimes. So I learned from it. We gotta learn from mistakes moving forward, so we won't repeat them. But for some reason, a lot of us in the community love a cycle of dumb shit. If it ain't rough, it ain't right. This young lady should still be here. Did you hear the lady talking? I don't know who she was. She said, but it seems like nowadays people are just going and targeting us like women, like we're not, because we're easy targets. And that's true. Look at these juggings. Look at the carjackings. Look at how people are just singling out women that don't want to be with them no more or don't give them the time of day, and they get killed. These are human beings, not slaves. If somebody not feeling you, you should leave out. And that's another thing I want to tell you guys. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with doing a background check on the guy. You ain't even got to tell him you did it. But if you do, out of respect, tell a guy, hey, I want to run a background check on you. No offense, but a relationship is work. Being married on the way of marriage is a job. So jobs make you fill out information. They run background checks on you. Why can't you do this when your life is in jeopardy? You don't never want to be a victim. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if she had did this to this gentleman right here, she'd still be here. At least give her a chance to say, hey, okay, I'll take the risk after knowing what you're really about. This guy need to be under the jail with all the weight pressed on him. It's a damn shame. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. May this lady rest in peace. He strangled her with his bare hands. That's hate. And that's hate for himself, but he poured it out on her. Another thing is this before I leave out of here, think about this. You twice her age. You should be twice as smart as she is, and twice as experienced in conflict resolution. How are you in an argument with her and she's throwing your cell phone at you? You decide whether it's a relationship or not. If you can't control her or can't get through to her, you could have left her alone. You ain't have to kill her and stick her under a damn tarp like she was something in the garage, like some a stack of tires or something. We do each other crazy out here. And we need to learn. Love ain't got a lot to do with it. When you see signs, don't walk, you run. And that goes for guys too, because there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out here too that's women. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry I went off in this video, but I mean, come on, man. Come on. 3 days ago, she was alive. Now she's not. Attractive woman. Could have made a nice wife for somebody that connected with her with the same interests. Instead of dealing with this loser who had his shot in life and fucked it up and wound up fucking somebody else's life up. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.